What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to dive into potentially the number one thing that's the main differentiator amongst the highest performers that you may know in business, fitness, family, just overall leadership. What is that? It's the morning routine. So why is the morning so important? Well, first and foremost, it sets the foundation for the rest of your day. There's three things that I think about when thinking about the ideal morning routine. First, it's faith. Second, it's fitness. Third, it's fuel. It doesn't have to be in that order, but those are the three main things. So faith, how am I connecting with my Creator at the very beginning of my day so that I approach the rest of today with a heart of gratitude and knowing that I don't do any of this for myself, but I'm just being a steward for the life that God has given me. Fitness, how am I moving my body and turning my body on and waking it up so that I can accomplish the hardest thing in the morning so that the rest of the day, my body's already activated, I'm ready to go. And then fuel. What am I putting into my body that will allow me to operate at my highest level throughout the rest of the day? So what is absolutely essential to starting off the morning right? Well, it starts the evening before. What are you doing to set yourself up for success in the morning by your prep work the night before? And this can be super simple. There's no need to make it complex. I would actually argue not to make it complex because anything where you're just adding complexities just to add complexities is going to limit your ability to follow through consistently. So there's some things I do for my faith. Put my Bible out on the table, or I'm going to read it the night before. For my fitness, set my clothes out, whether I'm doing a run or a workout, set those clothes out the night before. And then for my fuel, I drink an electrolyte drink in the morning, so I'm going to mix that up and put it in the fridge and then put my creatine on the counter that I drink before my workout. So I have everything I need already laid out, so I'm just waking up and operating throughout the day and having the ideal morning. See you guys bright and early. Well, good morning. It is just after 5 a.m. on weekdays. I'm up at 5 o'clock. I try to get to bed by 10. Gives me 7 hours of sleep on a weeknight. On weekends, sometimes I'll push that back to 6, just given stress or fitness from the week if I need some extra recovery. But up at 5 o'clock on weekdays, right when I get downstairs, I get my electrolytes in. So what I do, I'm pretty natural with it. I do water, pink Himalayan salt, and then a squeezed lemon. Shake that up and throw it in the fridge. And then right when I get up, our bodies are naturally just so dehydrated because we've had no hydration for the last 7 hours of sleeping. So get that in me right when I wake up, get some time in prayer, allow my body to wake up a little bit, and then jump into whatever fitness I have for the day. So today I've got a quick 3-mile run, keeping it short because we got a big workout we're doing with a bunch of guys at lunch today, but 3-mile run on the docket for the fitness. But we're going to get these electrolytes in, spend some time in prayer, and then jump into this run. So something I wanted to share this morning on my run is this idea that I've been thinking a lot about over the past week that was shared with me on the podcast by a guest named Dale Alexander, which if you haven't checked out that episode, go check it out. Or if you haven't listened to the Take a Step podcast at all, go listen to it, subscribe to it. But he was talking about the power of our thoughts and really how our thoughts change our reality. Perception is reality, in other words. But he had his own financial advising practice for 35 years. Now he's a best-selling author, international speaker. Wrote a book called The Talk About Money, which he travels the world to give a talk on. And when he was in his 20s, every single day he woke up and would tell himself the same thing. One day I'm going to own my own finance and money management firm. One day, I'm going to own my own finance and money management firm. One day, I'm going to own my own finance and money management firm. So my question for you is, what are you telling yourself about your future? Because here's the thing. We can only go as far as what our mind tells us is possible. So how are you limiting yourself on what you can accomplish just by what you're telling yourself is in store for your future? man, don't sell yourself short by thinking small. Think big, take action. Let's take a step. All right, guys, so we are about half a mile from the house. Now, for those of you who love your morning runs out there, you're about to know this feeling. When you head out on your morning run and you have yet to have a bowel movement, you know you're setting yourself up in a dangerous spot. We're battling right now. Quarter mile to go. Disaster avoided, thank God. So, 3 miles down this morning. It is like 68 degrees, beautiful outside. And something I started doing recently that I really like is right when I finish my run or workout, I'll dive into what I'm gonna read in the Bible that morning. Just, you know, my mind is activated, I've got the blood flowing, I'm as engaged as I'm gonna be throughout the morning. So I'm gonna head in, mix up some creatine, and then dive into the Bible. I'm working through the book of Luke right now, and I'll share something great with you. All right, so if you're not a Christian, then feel free to skip the next 20 seconds. But if you are, man, let this give you confidence in your faith in Christ. In Luke chapter 21, verses 10 through 19, real quick, y'all bear with me. Then he told them, talking about Jesus, nation will be raised up against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be violent earthquakes and famines and plagues in various places, and there will be terrifying sights and great signs from heaven. But before all these things, they will lay their hands on you and persecute you. They will hand you over to the synagogues and prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead to an opportunity for you to witness. Therefore, make up your minds not to prepare your defense ahead of time, for I will give you such words and wisdom that none of your adversaries will be able to resist or contradict. You will even be betrayed by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends. They will kill some of you. You will be hated by everyone because of my name, but not a hair on your head will be lost. By your endurance, gain your lives. Come on. All right, guys. So this is how my mornings operate currently. With a puppy and a 19-month-old daughter under one roof, it's pretty much impossible to marry yourself to one strict, hey, this happens at this time, this happens at this time. So I basically have everything I need to do. I like to get my workday started right about 8 o'clock. So I have everything I need to do that I need to get done from the time of 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. And the ability to adapt is a must. And because, you know, one day my daughter gets up earlier than others. One day the puppy's barking and I gotta go take him out. So the ability to adapt is crucial, but just finished time in the Word. Everyone's still sleeping, so we're gonna go ahead and make breakfast. I'll show you what I've been doing a lot of recently. So this is pretty much everything that makes up my morning yogurt protein bowl. So got some plain Greek yogurt, some chocolate protein powder, some powdered peanut butter, whether if it's PB Fit, PB2, whatever, because I'm really trying to monitor my caloric intake right now. So keeping the calories lower by going with the powdered peanut butter. Throw some cinnamon in there with the banana cut up on top, mix it all up, and I like, not even joking, it tastes like dessert to me. It's one of my favorite things. I eat it for dessert a lot of nights as well. So we're gonna mix this up and dive in. So just finished breakfast. It is right about 7 o'clock, and I think I hear someone starting to move around downstairs. Let's go check it out. Hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go outside. Come on. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Hey. Hey. Oh, yeah, good stretch. Now that is what we like to see. Not on the carpet or on the hardwoods, but out in the yard. Let's go. Right, Willie? Right? Successful number 1 and number 2 for Willie. Come on. We're about to take him in and go upstairs. I'm gonna shower, get dressed, get ready to start the day. I would take you guys up there, but if I brought you in the room when my wife was just waking up, you probably wouldn't see me tomorrow. So we're going to stop the video here. It is about getting close to 7:30. I'm going to shower, like I said, get dressed, and then by the time we come back down, it'll be about 8 o'clock. Get ready to start the day. We got a good day planned for today. We've got coaching sessions. We've got a podcast we're recording. We've got outreach to some prospects for the tribe and also for some of the programs that we have in the 1% Club that you guys have heard me talk about before. So we've got a packed day today, and we're going to dive in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this was helpful and just how to structure out your morning and some things to think about. Again, guys, it doesn't have to be the most regimented, scheduled, dialed in thing ever, but what are the things that you need to do that are going to establish a solid foundation for the rest of your day that you can do consistently every single morning? So love you guys. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. As always, let's take a step. One thing I failed to mention that I have to say before signing off is Emmy stayed asleep this entire morning through 8 o'clock. Man, you guys that are parents know how much of a blessing that is, especially when you're trying to dial in a morning routine. So had to throw that in there because you parents can relate. Love you guys. Talk to you in the next episode.